Meanwhile, our president kept the crowd very warm at CPAC over the weekend. CPAC, if you're not familiar, is basically what would happen if Judge Jeanine Pirro headlined the Fire Festival. It's a lot of very angry white people. It is the largest gathering of people who believe vaccines are witchcraft in the world. And for 2 hours and 2 minutes, Donald Trump gave what I believe we may look back on as his I Have a Dream speech. This was his longest speech since taking office. He went on and on. You could have left this speech, watched 2 episodes of Game of Thrones, come back, and he would still have been going. And to kick things off, Trump went to one of his signature moves to start it. And I know there's a lot of competition, but this, I think, this might be the dumbest thing he does. Who does that? Donald Trump shows more affection to flags than Eric and Don Jr. have ever gotten in their whole lives. But there's always an angle. Trump isn't just pandering to his base. The reason he's a flag hugger is because that happens to be one of his most lucrative money moves.
Now you can own a piece of history. A flag embraced by the President of the United States. The Franklin Mint has made available over 100 flags, each personally nuzzled by Donald J. Trump. Old Glory never had it so good. Your fully fondled flag comes with a certificate of authenticity, as well as your own pole, to proudly display your flag and even hug it yourself. 3 cheers for the red, white, and you. Gaze proudly upon the orange stain left by the President's well-bronzed face. Feel authentic chicken grease stains from his large, masculine fingers. Get your MAGA Flagga for only 3 easy installments of your Social Security check. Call now and receive a square of toilet paper from the back of the President's shoe. Absolutely free.
Not available in stores. Made in China. No habla español.
So, back to the speech. At this thing, the speech he gave it covered every subject imaginable. He even took time to talk about what a great invention TiVo is. Does anyone still have TiVo? At one point during the 2-hour monologue, Trump mentioned that he was speaking off script, like we didn't know that. Because if this was a script, it must have been written for Joe Pesci.
Let's inspect every deal he's ever done. We're gonna go into his finances. We're gonna check his deals. We're gonna check... These people are sick. They're sick. Unfortunately, you put the wrong people in a couple of positions, and they leave people for a long time that shouldn't be there, and all of a sudden, they're trying to take you out with bull, okay?
Oh, he told jokes, he played characters, he cursed. All he needs is a few stories about growing up in the old neighborhood. This could be a Broadway show. It could be Trump lashed out at Robert Mueller, the Democrats. He made things up. He made new things up. It was a very potent combination of dementia and Adderall. He threw a lot out there during this 2-hour yellabration, so we slowed him down to half speed for tonight's CPAC 2019 edition of Drunk Donald Trump.
Russia, please, if you can, get us Hillary Clinton's emails. Please, Russia, please.
Someone might want to take his keys to the country away. And while Trump was the main event at CPAC, his personal assistant, Mike Pence, was there too, firing the crowd up with his favorite subject, battle-ready astronauts.
Before the year is out, President Trump will launch the 6th branch of our armed forces, the United States Space Force.
Mother will wipe that nose off for him later, I'm sure. Believe it or not, the president wasn't the nuttiest speaker at CPAC, not by a long shot. In fact, this conservative political action conference, I don't know, it's not conservative, there's no action. They really should call it what it is. It's an organized gathering of people who would be very comfortable standing at intersections, shouting at cars.
I want to know who's a pedophile.
We are all developmentally disabled in God's eyes.
That's right. And yes, I'm looking at you, the ghost of John McCain.
I'm sorry, Miss Nancy. He didn't ask you for a blank check.
No, he didn't.
You just let Alexandria Cortez show up at my house and try to take my cows away.
Yes.
I love cows, Jerry. They're delicious.
I support cows. You can decommission a lot of cows.
They're trying to get rid of all the cows.
They want to take away your hamburgers.
Farting cows.
That's because cows fart.
You know what, Moody, you guys too. Meanwhile, in the House of Representatives, the Judiciary Committee announced today that they're launching an investigation into the president's campaign, businesses, transition team, and administration. The committee is requesting documents from 81 individuals and companies associated with Trump, including his sons Eric and DJ TJ, and a mysterious man known as Matthew Calamari, who is rumored to be deep fried with a side of cocktail sauce. On top of that, there's a new bombshell report from The New Yorker. It alleges, among other things, the president ordered his senior economic advisor, Gary Cohn, to pressure the Justice Department to block AT&T's acquisition of Time Warner because he wanted to punish CNN, which is owned by Time Warner. That seems like a reasonable exercise of executive authority. Just using my presidential powers to squash a business I don't like. The New Yorker piece also sheds light on Trump's relationship with Fox. And I'm glad you're sitting down, because this is going to rock you potentially to your core. It would appear that Fox News may have given Donald Trump preferential treatment. I know. The article says that during the campaign, a reporter at Fox News got proof of his affair with Stormy Daniels and was ready to run it, but one of the editors nixed the story. He said Rupert wants him to win, so he can't run this. So Fox News hit the clear history button on that porn story and then made a non-disclosure agreement with the reporter to keep it quiet. This is quite a story. New Yorker really hit a home run with this one. According to the report, Trump ranks the Fox News hosts based on who is the Foxen friendliest to him. He gives them a number. Sean Hannity, for instance, is a 10. The president ranks him a 10. 11 if he's wearing heels, but he's a 10. Bret Baier only gets a 6, but Steve Doocy from Fox and Friends gets a 12 on a scale. I bet Steve, when he heard, he probably said, I will never need Viagra again. Steve Doocy is ranked at 12, although he did briefly drop to an 8 last year when he defied the president by refusing to stare directly into the solar eclipse. The New Yorker story also says Trump got a heads up on debate questions during the campaign. The former head of Fox News, Roger Ailes, supposedly tipped him off to a question Megyn Kelly was planning to ask during one of the primary debates. Remember when Trump attacked Hillary for getting questions early for a town hall? Oh, he was so indignant. Basically, everything Trump has accused her of doing, he turns out to have done himself. I wouldn't be surprised if we find out he had sex with Bill Clinton. I really wouldn't. Thanks for watching, and remember, every time you click the subscribe button, one of your enemies gets destroyed.